I met Imani when he was in 3rd grade. He had pushed the kid. And I told him to get in the back of the line. And he stomped his feet all the way to the back of the line. I said, oh no, you didn't just stomp your feet at me. That's how this whole thing started.
Is that everything?
Yes. From very young, Imani had a lot of trouble in school. Not academically, but more so fitting into the rules and expectations of a classroom setting. Focusing, paying attention, he'd get into trouble a lot with the teachers. He liked to talk and stand up and take his shoes off. Teachers would be frustrated because they'd have to give him extra attention. It got really down to the point where the school was like, fix it, or I don't think he can stay. We got a fated call from Downtown Miami Charter School that just fell at the right time. I'd had him on a waiting list here for over 2 years.
Goodbye, love you too. Good morning.
Good morning.
The first thing we needed to do was give him hope that he was going to be successful.
They never perpetuated the feeling he had started to have of himself, which was that he was a bad kid.
Our philosophy is the more positive we are, the more positive our kids are going to feel toward school and their future success. Imani, he came across to us right away as an extremely intelligent young man. But in class, he didn't always display that same type of behavior.
And I told his mother that day, under no circumstances will a student ever do that to me again. As a matter of fact, I want him in my classroom next year.
I think Ms. Nails truly loves him.
Miss Nails, without her, I think I wouldn't have passed 4th grade.
It took me about 5 to 6 months to finally break him. He was calling a student a jerk, and I kept saying he's not a jerk. And he kept saying he is a jerk. And I would say he's not a jerk. So finally he said, okay, fine. He's not a jerk. And I said, okay, I got him, finally. I said, you know, Imani, I'm very encouraged. I said, because you finally decided that you would care about someone else. And since that day, with him and I, he changed.
My favorite class is math.
Mr. Vargas is extremely tough and extremely structured. And Imani appreciates the higher order thinking that goes on in that math class.
Can you put a decimal in a fraction just like you put a decimal in a percentage?
You can, but it's gonna be less. His mom told me that I was his first male teacher, so I knew that was gonna be a bit of a challenge. Do fraction to decimal. Because I know that I'm pretty stern.
100.
But he's responded well. Give you a challenge, Imani. He's goal-oriented, and I think that's because of the love of the subject.
Divide it by 100.
Very good.
And then
So you're gonna
convert
change the percent to
a decimal.
Very good.
16 thousandths.
Very good. Good job.
He's gotten more confident. He has a increased sense of self-worth. He really does feel better about himself, and he no longer identifies as a bad kid. As a parent, it makes you hopeful because you worry, you know? Sorry. You worry that he's not going to be able to make it and that people won't understand him. With middle school approaching and, you know, kids just get tougher and it gets harder. And teachers expect more, but I feel like if he's been able to make it here, then he'll be able to make it later.